Welcome to Transformative Truths, quotes for learning, growing, and becoming. I'm Wally Goddard.
And I'm Sarah Waldron Briton.
And we're glad you're here. We love sharing great ideas, don't we, Sarah?
Sure do.
Yeah. And it's surprising how many insightful ideas there are that can really enrich our lives.
Seems like they're kind of never ending if you start looking.
Goes on and on. So we wanted to focus today on the thought from Jonathan Haidt. Jonathan talks about the idea that disgust is one of those emotions that we deal with a lot. Certain things disgust us. And I'm sure each of you can think of something that disgusts you. He was studying that in his career as a psychologist and then got tired of disgust and turned his attention to what he calls elevation. Elevation. That idea that things can uplift and enlarge and enrich us. What do you think of elevation, Sarah?
I mean, the fact that his studying of disgust led him to become an expert in the opposite is really telling. We learn in scripture and just in life that there's opposition in all things. And I think maybe his education on disgust informed his other work in a probably really significant way.
Yeah.
And wow, what a difference that would make to show up to your studies each day and not have to think about
disgust.
Baseness. Yeah, exactly. And wow, that's elevation. I mean,
yeah,
it feels kind of like a breath of fresh air.
And I think it enjoys both scientific credibility but spiritual significance.
Mm-hmm.
And so let's consider each. As Haidt was studying elevation, as he turned his attention there, he found some statements by Thomas Jefferson who said, when any act of charity or of gratitude, for instance, is presented either to our sight or imagination, so in other words, we see it or we hear a story and thereby enter through imagination, we are deeply impressed with its beauty and feel a strong desire in ourselves of doing charitable and grateful acts also. And then he says, does the reader not, in fact, feel himself a better man or woman while reading them and privately covenant to follow or copy the fair example? Now, let's break that down. So you witness something virtuous. When I think of this, I think of when I read Les Miserables and Bishop's Candlesticks, or even the conclusion as Jean Valjean is dying, thinking that he has not been a blessing to the world. And boy, seeing his virtue, his goodness, I just wept. Yeah. I just thought, wow, I'm so inspired by him. And then we feel that in our chests, in our souls, in our bodies, and it makes us want to be good, do good. I remember as I was finishing the book, praying, God, let me never be the same man again. I want to be a different man. I want to be better. I want to be nobler and finer. That's what elevation's about, isn't it?
Isn't it amazing how art really magnified that for you? I mean, this beautiful and timeless story of Les Miserables, right? Yeah. It's like, I mean, there's a reason it's been a Broadway success and all of these things because it pings that spot in our souls that just yearns for goodness.
Yes.
And yearns for generosity. Think of all of these ballads. Imagine all the people living life in peace. I think that there is a human yearning for goodness and light, and it is so contagious when you catch people doing something good. One of our neighbors here, I was at the post office one day, and I caught her doing something good.
How embarrassing.
She saw a family that she could tell had a need. And rather than going on with her day, she went in there and talked to this family and tried to fill their need. It was just such a beautiful, simple gesture to notice someone next to you when you could be going on, okay, I have to do this and this and this.
Get this done.
Mm-hmm. And that little moment has stuck with me. And I think, what would Susan do if she were me right now? Maybe look around and notice somebody.
Yeah. I love that. And that's the key, is that elevation makes us want to do good, to be virtuous, kind, helpful, to do things that make a difference. I love also the way God talks about edification. He says in the 50th section of the Doctrine and Covenants, he says, that which doth not edify is not of God and is darkness.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that to mean God does one thing, which is edification. That's his business. That's his shingle. He's hung that out, and he's in the edification business. And so, having said that, he then says, that which is of God is light, and he that receiveth light and continueth in God receiveth more light. And that light groweth brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter until that perfect day when we are with God and like God. It's powerful.
Mm-hmm.
What God does is light and edification. And when we embrace that, when we seek that, when we fill our souls with it, we grow lighter and happier and better.
And it goes on to say, verily I say unto you, and I say it, that you may know the truth, that you may chase darkness from among you. And I wonder if our friend Jonathan Haidt, maybe he's like, I'm going to chase away disgust with elevation.
Get rid of it.
Wow. The scripture makes me think that it is there. God is light, and our job is to receive it as a gift, right?
Yes.
I love thinking about receiving as an intentional act. The word receive is very familiar in our culture, in our covenantal language. I think that we could do little things to receive light every day.
Talk about that. How would we receive light, Sarah? What are some of the ways?
I wonder if we get up in the morning and we say, God, will you help me be open to what you'd like to give me today? And if you walk out into the world and you try and put on a lens of, let's see the goodness around me.
Yeah.
And you might just find it in people that you don't suspect.
One way we say it in our family is we're going to catch God blessing people, blessing us and the people we love. We're going to catch him red-handed in the act of loving and blessing, lifting and guiding. And when you have that mindset, when you go looking for his goodness, you find it.
And I wonder if sometimes he uses us to be the bearers of that light, right?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe you catch God blessing you from someone else who he inspired.
Yes.
You know? And what a beautiful sort of give and take this Zion society can be.
Yes. And we're watching for that cascade of love, that cascade of light. We watch it as one person, like at the post office, does a good deed. Then think how your life is enriched by witnessing it. And it makes you want to be gracious and kind. And it just cascades through the neighborhood, through the world.
It's like the person in the grocery store who pays for your groceries and says, don't pay me back, just pass it on, you know. And I remember that idea when I was a little kid. There was sort of this movement to do something kind and then pass it on. And it's exactly what we're talking about, that contagious kindness. It just feels so darn good to be nice. In fact, I have a shirt, one of my favorite shirts says, feels good to be nice on it.
Yeah.
I think I have 3 of that shirt. And I will wear it around to Costco or wherever. And you can't be mean to anybody while you're wearing that shirt because it feels good to be nice.
Yeah. So maybe that's our challenge for everyone to get one of those shirts.
Yeah, get a shirt that says feels good to be nice, or pretend you're wearing it and watch how you treat other people.
Yes. For instance, as we go to the store, just thinking about how we can be more thoughtful, more helpful, more appreciative of people around us. We all have so many opportunities in the community, but also at home. I love how you bring graciousness to your children every day.
We try.
Yeah. And it shows. It shows how you really bring kindness. So maybe that's our challenge, to look for opportunities to edify, to uplift, to help, to bless.
I'm pretty excited to see what this does. But we're all going to go out there and be nice today.
Yeah. Maybe we'll bring the city of Zion.
Okay, let's do it.
Thank you for being with us today.
Have a blessed week.
See you next time. We hope that some of the quotes we share are meaningful to you and something maybe you'd like to add to your personal collection. If so, go to drwally.com and look under Transformative Truths podcast. And all the quotes as we broadcast them will be available to you to cut and paste into your collection.